Hi there, I'm Rob from Harmony, and today I'm going to be talking about fretting hand position and the number one mistake that I see beginner guitar players making when it comes to having their fretting hand in the right position, so stick around. So whilst every single guitar player is different and people do things in a slightly different way, there are things that we can do which will help us, especially when it comes to our fretting hand and making sure that we've got the best position so that we can reach all of the notes and chords and all of those things that we want. A lot of people struggle to play chords because of the shapes and also being able to reach all of the notes that they need. They maybe think that they can't get the stretch well enough, and a lot of that comes down to the fretting hand position itself, not so much that they can't physically stretch their fingers apart to reach the notes. So that's what I'm going to look at now, so I'm going to grab the guitar and show you what I mean. So here we go, I've got my acoustic guitar, and as I said, I'm going to be talking about your fretting hand position, not your picking hand. So we're going to be talking about just the hand that actually plays the notes and the chords and all of those sorts of things. So the number one mistake I see a lot of beginner students make, or beginner guitar players in general, is that they hold the guitar with their fretting hand. They think that if they let go of the guitar with this hand, it's just gonna fall like that. So they use this hand to support the entire guitar. And if this hand is supporting the entire guitar, then you're gonna have no movement at all because you're gonna be too busy gripping the thing to be able to move it about. And you don't want that, you want complete freedom with this hand. If you notice, now I'm sat, I've got the guitar on my leg, and also my elbow, or this arm, is resting on the guitar here, so it's not going anywhere. So if I have this hand on the guitar, I've got complete freedom of movement to play all of the notes that I need, and I'm not relying on this hand to support the guitar whatsoever. So that's the first thing, but there's another part to that, and it's how they hold the guitar. So not only are they supporting the guitar with this hand, limiting their movement, they're also usually resting the guitar in this little section of their hand. There's like this little crevice here between your thumb and your first finger, this little sort of L-shaped thing. And that's where they keep the guitar. They keep it right in that pocket there. And what happens if I try to put my fingers down on the guitar fretboard? They naturally fall way above it. And that's really not a comfortable position. So what they then try and do is they rest the guitar there still, thinking that they're gonna let go of it. Their hands go up here, so to press the notes, they bring their hands back into this sort of claw kind of shape, and they try and play notes like that. And it's very difficult to do that. It's very difficult to reach all of the notes that you want and get the right shapes for chords. And you definitely don't want to have your fingers above the notes and try and bend them back down to the notes that you want. If anything, you want it to be the opposite way, and you want to always be reaching up toward the notes. So let's just say if I'm playing on this top string here, the thickest string of the guitar, I kind of want my hand to be below it and reach up to it. I don't want to be above it and bringing my hand back down to it, because that's just creating this weird claw kind of shape with my fingers, and that's really not comfortable at all. So what I recommend, something to always think about, is try and keep a gap between the guitar itself, the bottom of the guitar, and your fretting hand. If you notice, I'm going to have my thumb on the back like that. Hopefully you can see, look at that. Now there's a gap between where my hand is and the guitar itself. And all of these notes, even the ones on the very top string, like that, there's a huge gap there now, and I'm just going to reach up to them. And when I want to go to a different string, I'm just going to lift the fingers up to the string that I want to play. And that's a really good fretting hand position, because I can reach all of these notes now and even get my fingers to stretch quite far because I've got a really good hand position to be able to do that. So any chords that I need to play, any shapes or anything like that, there's usually always going to be a bit of a gap. Not all the time. There are going to be some chords and some things that you play where you will kind of be resting on the guitar itself, but that just comes through practice and knowing what you're doing. So if you're struggling to reach some notes and stuff like that, if you're just starting out on the guitar, then really take a look at your fretting hand position, because you might just find yourself doing some of these things that I've talked about in this video. So there you go, there is the number one mistake that I see a lot of beginner guitar players making when it comes to having their fretting hand in the right position or not. as the case may be. So I hope this video has helped. I hope it's given you something to think about and something to take a look at if you're not too sure why you might be struggling to reach some notes. So always be aware of this sort of thing. So if you did find the video useful, then leave us a comment, let us know what you think. Click the like button as well, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and hopefully we will see you in our next video.